Hello everyone and welcome to Blog on Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to yet another match review for yet another disappointing result from FC Barcelona, losing at home to Las Palmas by 2-1. Mind you, this is the first time Las Palmas has beaten Barca in ever. Unless I'm mistaken, I do not remember Barca ever losing to Las Palmas in my time supporting Barcelona. Feel free to correct me in the comments if they had. And really, it was a listless performance from Barca. That's the word we're going to use, listless, because it really should have been much better from Barca. They were poor in the final third. To be honest, Las Palmas just were the sharper team. I mean, they only really had two chances, both of which I count as half chances, and both of which Barcelona just could not defend at all, and that's really the reason why you see Sandro Ramirez scoring as easily as he did, and the same again for Fabio Silva. Two guys who are basically like football manager outcasts. The strikers that are now outcasts who used to be wonder kids on Football Manager, of course, coming back to do a number on Barca. And aside from that, we did see quite a few Barcelona's, former players and academy graduates hurting Barca in this game. We're talking about aforementioned Sandro Ramirez, who, in my opinion, shouldn't have even been on the pitch after the way he has sorted at Alejandro Balde. But then, of course, you also had Mika Marmo in defense, who is one of those kids that you wonder why he never got a chance, especially when Gerard Martin is getting unlimited chances. And of course, in goes the brilliant, honestly, Jasper Cillessen, still probably the best backup goalkeeper Barca has ever had. And yes, I remember Neto, who was decent on his day, but Cillessen, I think, is really one of those guys who probably deserved better from Barca than what he got. Anyway, aside from that, there's not really much to say here for Barcelona. It was a really poor performance, and given the fact that I am far from a typical setup, and you can hear a lot of background noises like trucks are whizzing by, all sorts of, there you go, blowing horns now, interrupting me, and I can't really focus, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this, especially since, once again, it's just one of those performances that you want to forget about. Unfortunately for Barca, this could probably be the one match which, when we're looking back at the end of the season, we could say is going to cost Barcelona La Liga, because remember, Las Palmas is a team that Real Madrid were able to not lose to. I mean, they should have lost that match, but they didn't. And factor in Real Sociedad as well, who Real Madrid were actually able to beat whilst Barcelona lost to them. And that's two matches in which Barca should have at least matched Real Madrid's result, but failed to. And that's really going to bite them come the end of the season. What more is there to say, really? From Barca's side of things, I only really saw performances from Raphinha, I think, and maybe we could talk about Kubarsi, who in my opinion did at least perform at a typical level, or at least a high-ish level. Oh wait, there's Gavi as well, and I think Pablo Torre, he also deserves a shout, but everybody else, in my opinion, was just below standard. Lamine Yamal was able to at least return from his injury layoff and did have quite a few opportunities where he could have found an equalizer, but unfortunately for Barcelona, none of that was to be. It's defeat to Las Palmas, and now you start thinking about how is Barca going to get results against tougher opponents, against your Atletis, against your Real Betis and the likes, all of whom Barcelona has not yet played and Real Madrid has. Can Barca manage to at least match Real's results against those teams in those matches? We'll have to wait and see, but right now it's certainly looking like what some people have been saying, that Barcelona and Hansi Flick's honeymoon period is over, and things are now starting to get to more or less like what we were expecting to see out of Barcelona. But even in that scenario, I would say, personally, I would still be expecting Barcelona to beat a team like Las Palmas at home. So I don't know if all the players were still drunk from that 125th anniversary celebration nonsense, which I don't get why you do that. Okay, let me not call it nonsense. It's not nonsense, but why do you have to do it the night before a match? It feels a bit like not respecting the opponent. If you ask me, Barca could have easily done this midweek or even on Thursday, just, to respect the opponent. But hey, at the end of the day, they did what they did. Las Palmas did what they did. Now we need to wait and see how long Baude is out for, because once again, Gerard Martin's presence on the pitch is just not conducive for clean sheets. I mean, sure, he had one good match against Brest, but you know, that was Brest. Their body parts, not an actual team. And this is La Liga. And in La Liga, Gerard Martin on the pitch for Barca equals drop points, and there's just no coming back from that. I am 100% convinced both goals wouldn't have happened if Alejandro Baude was on the pitch. So I guess we do have to give it up to Sandro Ramirez and his thuggish assault on Alejandro Baude, which once again didn't even draw a yellow card. So what are we doing, La Liga referees? Honestly, I'd be complaining about that a lot more if Barca were just not terrible. Barca were completely terrible. They didn't deserve to win this match. At no point did I feel like they deserved to win this match. So congratulations, Las Palmas. As for Barca, we can only wait and hope for the best. Now that Lamine is back, maybe things can start to normalize again. But man, this team is in need of some desperate help, because 4 matches without a win in La Liga is just unacceptable. Anyway, you let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. But aside from that, I thank you all for tuning in. Do have a great day, and Forza Barca.